Thank you for joining us on KGW Plus. I'm Tim Gordon. We're going to look at your weather forecast in just a moment, but first let's take a look at your top stories today. Nearly 20 years after the Sonics left Seattle, a return may be one step closer. According to ESPN, NBA owners have voted to explore expansion teams in Seattle and Las Vegas. It's not a done deal, but it's the biggest move toward bringing a team back to Seattle since 2008. The bidding process is expected to begin later this year, with Seattle's Climate Pledge Arena group among the frontrunners. Final approval could come as soon as July. The team's targeted to begin play in the 2028-29 season. A potential deal to end the strike by 2,000 workers at Portland Community College has quickly fallen apart. PCC warns it may have to postpone spring term, which was supposed to start next Monday. The union says the college is unwilling to consider restorative pay for striking workers or letting classified workers cash out their earned PTO. PCC says it's offered staff a 2% cost of living adjustment in the first year and 3% in the second, along with increased contributions to employee health care plans. The Evergreen Public School District in Vancouver plans to save $14 million by slashing more than 80 full-time positions. This includes some associate principals, elementary instruction coaches, language specialists, and transition coaches. It'll also cut fifth grade band and orchestra. This comes after the district made $20 million in cuts just a couple of years ago. Well, new at noon, a medical emergency at 30,000 feet turns into a life-saving effort thanks to a soldier from Joint Base Lewis McChord. Our sister station in Seattle shares the dramatic moments aboard a Southwest flight, and here's King 5's Maddie White.
First Sergeant Timmy Turner was in Honolulu last week, laying his father to rest. On Wednesday, he boarded a flight home on Southwest.
I was watching a little movie on,
When about 2.5 hours into it,
and I can kind of see some commotion going on.
He says flight attendants discovered a 65-year-old man unconscious in the lavatory.
He came over to the PA and asked if there were any medical personnel on the flight.
Halfway over the Pacific, there was no chance of landing quickly. Immediately, First Sergeant Timmy Turner stepped forward, leveraging his experience in combat medicine and respiratory therapy from the 62nd Medical Brigade here at JBLM.
Myself and the other gentleman who was an EMT, we grabbed the gentleman, very confined quarters. His vitals were all over the place. They were not normal.
Another passenger on that flight tells King 5 they witnessed, in their words, urgency, the fear among passengers, and the extraordinary professionalism displayed by Turner.
Kind of vomited a little bit.
Turner had crew give him an AED, an oxygen tank, and an IV.
We put him on his side initially. And
he says he wasn't sure what the man was suffering from.
He's still unconscious, still not responding to anything that we're doing.
Does he have a pulse at this point?
He has a very faint pulse.
He monitored the man's vitals for 3 hours while the pilot could get them to the closest available airport, Oakland.
He was still alive.
Witnesses say Turner and a nurse braced themselves over the man like a human seatbelt, protecting him through landing as he laid on the cabin floor.
They were able to get us direct into a gate where EMS was able to board the aircraft very quickly.
A passenger tells King 5 they believe without Turner, that man may not have survived. As for Turner,
I picture myself, back in my younger days when, I was a combat medic in the back of a, 113.
He says it was a reminder of the value of his years of service.
If anything, it just kind of boosted my confidence a little bit more that, at the end of the day, I know that I can save a life if I need to, and hopefully, if others are able to do it, that they have that confidence to do the same thing.
Maddie White, King 5 News.
Taking a break from the headlines now, let's check back in with Celine Stevens for another look at the forecast. Celine.
Tim, yeah, you know what? It's a pretty nice day so far, okay? It's going to remain a nice day. We're going to have some shower activity coming into our area in just about an hour or so, but it's not going to be heavy rain at all, so that is the good news. Looking at our Salem sky cam, looks really nice right now. Temperatures in the mid-50s. Check out the wind speeds, though, 14 miles per hour, so it's a little breezy yet again today. Looking at our seaside camera, though, definitely a different sight. Gloomy, cloudy over there. You can see the raindrops on the camera, low 40s at the moment over there. And so that's coming our way. You're going to see our radar right now. And so right now impacting more of the northern Oregon coast as this system moves in to impact us in the next hour or so. But again, it's not going to be heavy rain. This is going to be very light and scattered shower activity. Once it moves past the Portland area, expect it to kind of linger a little bit over the Troutdale area, Mount Hood area. But But looking at our temperatures at the moment, mid-50s across our map in the Portland metro area. Along the coast, we're seeing our temperatures in the 40s in Tillamook and Astoria, low to mid-50s further down south near Newport. But here's what's coming to us. 1 p.m. we're going to see into 1:30. We'll have a little bit of that shower activity, and it's very quick. After that, by around 4:30, it's already moved out of our area off to the east, again impacting the mountains. And after that, we have a really nice end of the week, Tim. We'll talk more about it later in the show.
Okay, thanks a lot, Celine. The two basketball players at Mark Morris High School were back in a Longview court yesterday, charged with sexually assaulting younger teammates. And a warning, the details are not appropriate for everyone. Evan Watson was in court and has the update.
Attorneys are targeting a July trial for the two boys accused of sexually abusing their classmates at school. Two of the alleged victims are 14 years old. They told police that the two boys charged in this case led a series of assaults over multiple months, starting in November through the end of January. The alleged victims described being dragged into a dark team locker room at Mark Morris High School, being assaulted and sexually abused, and then crawling to escape, according to court documents. On February 7th, the high school principal criticized false rumors and speculation in a letter to families, saying the school district had already investigated a report and made appropriate consequences. Students rejected that explanation, walking out of class to protest the sexual assault allegations 2 days later.
The principal was kind of just trying to push it under the rug, say it was false rumors. And if the protest didn't happen, I feel like none of it would have been brought to light.
About a week later, Longview police arrested the two boys. They're currently out of custody on $15,000 bond. In juvenile court Tuesday, one teen wore a gray suit and the other a white button-down. They didn't say anything as the judge and attorneys worked out procedure in this case. A third party is now investigating the Longview School District. The alleged assaults were reported to school officials up to 2 weeks before parents reached out to police, according to court documents. Superintendent Karen Cloninger failed to answer KGW reporter Catherine Cook's questions after a board meeting last month.
I didn't hear an apology tonight. Is there a reason that word moment was used instead of mistake? Are any staff members on paid leave?
Evan Watson, KGW News.
And a reminder, if you or someone you know is a sexual assault survivor, help is available 24/7. And one good option, you can call the National Sexual Assault Hotline. The number is 800-656-4673. In Hillsborough, police say an Islamic community center was not the target of a shooting, even though a bullet was found inside. Center leaders say the bullet went through the wall of the main prayer hall on Saturday, just 1 day after a celebration marking the end of Ramadan. Last night, police said they learned the bullet came from someone lawfully shooting targets at least a mile away outside Hillsborough city limits. Investigators believe the bullet likely ricocheted and found no evidence of a hate crime. Vancouver fires reminded people of the importance of working smoke detectors after a two-story home caught fire last night. This happened just after 6 o'clock on Northeast 166th Court. When fire crews got there, they found a two-story home with its living room on fire. Despite their efforts, thick smoke filled the rest of the home. The 5 people living there were displaced. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Vancouver Fires now reminding people to check those smoke detectors every year. Well, the Mariners kick off a new season tomorrow. Coming up next, how long the M's fans have been remembering where the team first started playing ball 5 decades ago.
I'm Matthew Herchick, new morning anchor at KGW. I'm a huge sports fan, and I know I might be from the Buckeye State, but I'm excited to explore what the Rose City has to offer. I want to make sure you're prepared for the day, whether it's bringing you breaking news or sharing those inspirational stories that make you smile. We've got you covered. Because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to Portland's #1 streaming newscast, Sunrise, weekday mornings from 5 to 9, anywhere you watch.
We have now issued a weather impact alert.
We could expect conditions in some parts of our area to change drastically pretty soon, right?
And very quickly, yeah.
This is significant rainfall coming our way.
You'll definitely want to be extra cautious.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
We've got the potential for some tree limbs or even trees or power lines to come down.
Of course, when you hear thunder, it's always best to take cover.
On Weather Impact Alert Days, stream extended coverage on KGW+.
It's time to play ball. Tomorrow, T-Mobile Park becomes alive with the sounds of a new season for the Seattle Mariners. M's fans have been anxiously awaiting the season opener after the historic playoff run last fall. First pitch against Cleveland is set for 7:10 tomorrow night. Expect lots of celebration leading up to the Mariners taking the field. That includes bringing back a Mariner alumni to throw the ceremonial first pitch. Rupert Jones, a member of the inaugural 1977 roster who played in their very first opening day game, will have the honor. The center fielder was also the first M's player to be selected as an All-Star. Jones is an ideal fit to be part of opening day as the franchise marks its 50th season. That has us looking back at where it all began, the stadium that shaped generations of Seattle baseball fans, the Kingdome. King 5's Savannah Welch looks back on its rich history.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the initial voyage of the Seattle Mariners.
First game for the Mariners. It's 1977. My dad got tickets and we went over to that. It was just a surreal experience as a kid.
Randy Perry grew up in Bremerton and still remembers taking the ferry to Seattle with his dad to watch the Mariners play at the Kingdome. He even kept every ticket stub.
My dad put the ticket in the program and kept going to games, put the tickets in the program, and I always thought the tickets were cooler than the programs. And so I just kept all of my tickets.
And Randy says, looking back, it's the sound of the stadium that really stands out.
The sound in there was different because it was so big, and a lot of times things would resonate off of the, a ball would hit the bleachers, and the bleachers were metal, and you hear this ping.
Probably my most memorable core memory at the Kingdome was getting Harold Reynolds' autograph. I still have it. I still have old arrows. He became my favorite player.
More than 3,000 miles away in Florida, Angela Langer grew up in the Seattle area and has continued to cheer on the M's.
I think of just that special bonding time that we had together.
She says when she thinks of the Kingdome, she thinks of her dad.
You know, now at the age of 45 and my dad's 70, we still talk about sports. We still talk about the old times at the Kingdome. And I pass that on to my three boys.
That was Savannah Welch reporting. Well, Friday marks 50 years since the Kingdome opened in March of 1976, and tomorrow, Mariners opening day, marks 26 years since its demolition, a moment many fans say still feels just as vivid as the memories made inside there. All right, let's check in with Celine now. We got Celine. There she is.
Here I am. Conditions are looking great here in the Rose City, okay? We're seeing the sunshine, we're seeing mild temperatures as well, but believe it or not, some areas are seeing showers. I'll tell you what to expect here in Portland coming up.
Hi, I'm Christine Panawanich. I'm a journalist at KGW, and I love exploring Portland's amazing food scene. New spot? I'm there. So I don't just report about our community, I belong to it. What happens here affects us all, and that's why we care so deeply about getting it right. And when local journalism is done right, it doesn't sit still, it moves. It moves you to act, to vote, to volunteer, to speak up, or to lend a hand. It moves your mind by challenging assumptions and offering new perspectives. It moves you forward by giving you the information to make decisions and thrive where you live. And yes, it moves your heart through the good stuff that stays with you wherever you are. And at KGW, we're here for all of it. These are the stories that move Portland.
Welcome back, everybody. Celine Stevens in today, and really a nice morning.
Yeah.
Well,
100%.
A few changes coming, though.
Few changes, but Tim, very mild changes. Okay, nothing to worry about, and that's the good news. But taking a look right now, taking a live look at our sky camera at the Chehalem Tasting Room in Sherwood. Just look how gorgeous it is. Really, really nice. Beautiful. We're seeing some of the clouds, 54 degrees right now, gusts up to 8 miles per hour. Really, it looks like just a fantastic day. Things won't change too much. I mean, we are expecting to see some shower activity, so I will say that. I mean, look at Timberline right now. Definitely cloudy there. They saw a good amount of rain at Mount Hood, 28 degrees. Also expecting to see some snow on the passes by tomorrow morning. And it's a little bit windy over there, 24 mile per hour wind speeds, it looks like, in that area. But looking at our satellite, again, the day started dry, but then things again did start to change just a bit as we started to see this rain start to moving into our area along the coast over the last hour or so. So areas like Seaside, Lincoln City, already seeing that rainfall. Us here in Portland, not yet. We're going to have scattered showers moving into our area in about the next hour or so. So keep that in mind, but it's going to be very light. We're talking less than 1/10 of an inch of rain. You can see already so far, no rain in the Portland metro area. Along the coast, we've gotten up to almost 1/10 of an inch of rain in Astoria. Other places even less. Yesterday, Portland saw around 1/4 of an inch of rain. Astoria right now should be at around total 8/10 of an inch of rain combining yesterday and today. But again, not a lot of heavy rainfall yesterday, and we're definitely not going to see a lot of heavy rainfall today. That said, as you can see, the coast already being impacted like I showed you on the satellite. We see the raindrops on the camera, 55 degrees there, gusts up to 13 miles per hour on the coast. So coast is a little rainy right now, so just keep that in mind. Looking at our headlines as we get into the next few days, the rain is going to be wrapping up, so we're drying out tonight. So either way, what we see in Portland will be very, very brief, maybe a couple of hours. That's going to pass through by around 6 p.m. We should start to trend dry again, just like we did yesterday. Temperatures start to increase by Thursday. In the Cascades, we're seeing less than 1/2 inch of rain today, so it is going to move off to the east over areas like Troutdale, Sandy, Mount Hood, but again, it's not going to be a lot of rainfall even in the areas like the mountains. Expect to see scattered snow showers as the snow levels drop to around 2,000 feet by early tomorrow morning. We get to our weekend, we're warming up into the 60s, and the rain is expected to return by Monday. It was looking like it could return by late Sunday night, but right now it looks like models are showing the rain is expected to return by early Monday and then last into next week. However, there's still a lot of uncertainty with that, and we'll continue to track it as the days continue to come. But looking at our futurecast, we're seeing the rain moving into our area around 1:30, and just look how quick it passes through the area. I mean, by 2:30, it's already moved on. So again, not a lot of rainfall. We're seeing that move off to the east, where we're seeing more rain in the mountains, some snow along the passes, again scattered snow showers as well there. And then Thursday and Friday, we're looking nice and clear. Things are looking great. And so looking at our 7-day, 57 degrees, mostly sunny tomorrow. We're seeing Friday in the 60s, Saturday and Sunday more 60s, and again that next chance of rain comes on Monday.
All right, fine forecast. Thanks, Celine. And the KGW Great Food Drive is still going on right now. And with your help, we're almost at our goal of providing 1.2 million meals to local people and families in need. But there's just a little bit more to go. One way that you can help is by making a cash donation online at kgw.com/fooddrive. And it is a great week to donate because all week long, Mr. Plywood is matching all donations up to $5,000. We want to thank our local Toyota dealers, Pacific Office Automation, Rivermark Community Credit Union, and Safeway for supporting this year's food drive. And thank you to all of you as well. Still ahead, Washington's governor signs a sweeping ban on nitrous oxide following growing concerns of underage access and abuse. What's changing? Next.
KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
Trent Agreed, morning anchor at KGW and new dog mom to this sweet guy. Meet Barry. I love getting your mornings off to a great start, whether it's sharing stories of resilience and triumph in our community,
Or following breaking news from Beaverton to Gresham and everywhere in between.
we've got you covered, because when news moves fast, you need a team that moves with you. Make the move to KGW Sunrise, weekday mornings from 5 to 9, anywhere you watch.
Washington Governor Bob Ferguson has signed a bill that largely bans the retail sale of nitrous oxide, or laughing gas, with exceptions for medical and culinary use. The gas, which is often sold with fruity flavors and colorful canisters, has led to overdoses and even deaths. Prior to the new law being signed, the Suquamish tribe banned the sale of nitrous oxide on their reservation over concerns teens were getting their hands on it. Then they reached out to state lawmakers.
The problem was we have a non-tribal store on our reservation, and so we couldn't tell them what to do. So it was really important to make this happen statewide so that we could protect all community members, but also those ones that we see every day struggling with addiction.
KGW investigative reporter Kalaboshi found that in some cases, people were becoming temporarily paralyzed. In another instance, 124 canisters were found in a car after a deadly crash. His work helped lead Oregon lawmakers to pass a law last year limiting the sale of laughing gas to those 18 and over. You can find Kyle's series on KGW.com. We'll be right back.
The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust on your time. Track how the weather will impact your day.
Certainly becoming increasingly hazardous.
Extended, continuous coverage of breaking news live from the scene.
That snowpack is still heavy.
Go deeper with in-depth interviews and exclusive reporting. All the local news you need, live or on demand. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. The KGW Plus TV app, streaming 24/7. Local news from the team you trust. Track how the weather will impact your day. Breaking news live from the scene. All the local news you need. KGW Plus. Download on your TV and watch for free. On Weather Impact Alert Days, stay informed, prepared, and connected with KGW and KGW Plus. Coverage that alerts you to what's coming and how it will impact you. Watch extended weather coverage on KGW Plus.
Welcome back. Well, some are calling it a game changer for families on long flights. United Airlines is unveiling a new seating option where 3 economy seats transform into a couch.
Okay.
Those flyers will get a mattress pad, blankets, and extra pillow to use. That's pretty cool. We don't have video for this, but it's true. The airline plans to launch the option next year.
I saw that on social media
did you?
last night. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, that's interesting.
That kind of makes sense, I guess. Yeah,
I guess, right? Yeah, I don't know. I wonder how much that's going to cost.
Yeah, I maybe upgrade. Yeah, it'll probably be like premium seating.
Oh
for sure.
yeah. All right, Tim. Well, you can try that out. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah, it does. My kids are too big for that now. They need their own seat.
Exactly. I'll bring my cat and me and
There you
her
go.
can lay
Try
on it.
that.
But anyway, we've had a really nice morning so far, right? Some
Yeah, it's been
sunshine.
gorgeous.
Okay.
Yeah,
We're going to see the showers moving into our area at around 1:30. But again, it's not going to be heavy rainfall. It'll barely be. It's not even going to be a tenth of an inch. Okay. I cannot stress how light this is going to be. Coastal areas already getting hit right now. They're seeing a little bit more rain. In the mountains can anticipate more rain, significant rain from this. But again, we're just seeing scattered showers. Thursday, Friday, we get some more sunshine, 60s by the weekend. Our next chance of rain is going to be coming on Monday. The next week looks a little rainy. So we've been seeing a pattern, it seems like, of rainy weeks and then sunny weekends and then rainy weeks again. But I mean, it is spring. Exactly.
And it's a nice way to wrap up Oregon spring break with a pretty nice weekend going. So that's cool.
Exactly. So I think that is going to be the plus. And again, like I said, 60s are returning. Take a look at that Saturday, especially. Check out the cherry blossoms.
Pretty good. Absolutely. Check them out. Yeah. And Washington spring break next week.
There you go.
All right. A reminder, we've added more live news to KGW Plus. Tune in to Sunrise exclusively on KGW Plus from 7 to 9 a.m. and later tonight at 5:30 as well. And of course, we're still broadcasting here on Channel 8. We hope to see you at 4 o'clock as well then. And have a great afternoon.